Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Our relationship started the week before
prom. Senior prom.
But we went to prom with
different
other
people.
people.
I did some cheesy stuff, you know. I had to keep the meat hooks in while I was gone so she wouldn't leave me. Dear John, when it comes to Missionary, it means she broke up with me like in a letter and said she wasn't waiting anymore.
Yeah.
She did that 3 different times. I was like blacking out from exhaustion. In those classes, you have to spend a lot of time with dead bodies. All right, guys. Okay, I am. This is a good place to start. Mom gurgles. She's a gurgler, and I don't know. So, Mom cannot burp. All right.
Belch like.
She's never been able to, and she doesn't. But you might be able to rewind it. You'll hear it. She gurgles. Just kind of goes, but it's like in her chest. And it's
Please rewind it.
It's super funny though, but she cannot burp, and when she hears other people do it like really loud, like there are individuals in our family, immediate family, that are good at it. And yeah, and Annalie hears it and she's like, that sounds like it hurts, but she doesn't know what it's like. It's pretty funny. Anyway, the thing I wanted to do tonight really fast, and I actually have to go change lenses. We've got the big camera on right now. So hopefully the audio is better and the picture looks better. We were gonna share with you guys our story. How we met, when we got married, what we did when we started having kids, what it was like when we were newlyweds, kind of a sum up. That's
all the things.
All the things. So I'll do that here in just a second. Let me go change the lens because I'm holding this out as far as I can, and my face is still huge on the screen. There we go. I changed lenses and Mama's getting dinner ready. So, all right. So, we started, okay, let's see. We both grew up in this same town that we live in now. And I moved here when I was 3. And Annalie, you moved here when you were
10 or 11.
9, 10, 5th grade.
5th grade.
And so all throughout school, clear from middle school, 6th grade on, we kind of like, you know, glances at a distance type thing. We knew each other existed. Our group friends kind of crisscrossed a little bit. And we just kind of, but we never really, I don't know, friended up or anything, or really?
We never really talked.
Mom's, yeah, we never, but you don't really talk when you're that young, right?
He drew a shirt for the pep club in
That's true.
Junior high.
Yeah, in junior high.
No.
Yeah, junior
high?
Yeah.
And I wore it because I was in the pep club.
I draw sometimes.
And he was always buying me in the yearbook.
Yeah, Albie, and her maiden name is Anderson. Anyway, so glances at a distance all through school, and then what happened then? We got to our senior year, and we started to hang out friend groups a little more consistently, right? A little more frequent, and that kind of went on, and I was still dating a bunch of girls, and then we, including her, and then we went to, right before senior prom, I'd asked a girl out, and another boy had asked her out, and so we decided we were together. Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Our relationship started the week before prom.
Senior prom.
But we went to prom with
different people. Because we'd already been asked out. So we went to those dates. We went to prom with different people, which, you want to tell them about prom?
We ended up in the same restaurant.
Yeah. We ended up in the same.
That was fun.
I was with a large group of crazy people, and we were at a steakhouse, and our group was very loud and very rambunctious and crazy, and we were like shooting mushrooms into the sconces on the wall and all sorts of stuff, and she was at a different table.
Very quiet.
Not talking. My girlfriend was at the other table, and we're just having a blast and having tons of fun at ours. And anyway, senior prom, it was fun. I did not kiss or anything the girl I went to senior prom with because I had a girlfriend.
I didn't kiss the boy either.
So, after high school, normally in our faith, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you are required, commanded, you don't have to, you can choose, but it's kind of a thing. You go on a mission, which is 2 years away from home. You submit papers and said, I have the desire to serve a mission, and then they send you a call you get called to somewhere around the world to go and preach the gospel, to teach about the church. And I sent in my mission papers. They came back and said, you're going to Venezuela, you're going to South America. That was, let's see, we graduated. It was not quite a year after we graduated, and we'd still been together that whole time. And I left the country for 2 years. So, and the agreement with a promise ring was that she would wait for me, right? So I gave her a promise ring and said, hey, please wait till I come back, because I really liked her. I thought she was awesome. And every week, yeah, every week I would write her a letter consistently, like every single week without fail.
He was consistent.
And I even like would pick flowers, and I did some cheesy stuff, you know. I had to keep the meat hooks in while I was gone so she wouldn't leave me, so she wouldn't find another boy and get married to somebody else. But
he would send me pressed flowers.
She actually Dear John'd me, and a Dear John, when it comes to Missionary, it means she broke up with me like in a letter and said she wasn't waiting anymore.
Yeah.
She did that 3 different times, but I didn't stop. I just kept writing her letters every week.
But it was never for another boy.
It was just because, yeah, she thought she was distracting from what I was doing.
I didn't want to distract, which was making it worse.
And so, I wasn't really distracted. I just kind of ignored her and just kept going. That's Maddie. She's got home.
Sorry.
She's looking for a drink. And anyway, so where are we at? Anyway, I ignored her when she dumped me 3 different times. And I just kept sending her letters every single week. And then when I got home, and you know, there'd be a couple months she would stop writing me letters, and then letters would start to come again. Mm-hmm. And then when I got off the plane, she was there. So I got home when I was 21, and in February, the end of February, I got home, and we were married in the middle of May. So 2.5, so March, April in the middle, so 2.5 months after I got home, we got married.
Yep.
And then, yeah, we got a house. We never really left Payson. We left for little stints, but we've built a few houses. I was working at a company making synthetic diamonds while going to school, while building houses. There were some we were in a rush to fail and experience life because I was taking up to one of the semesters, I was taking 21 credit hours.
Working full time. Working
full time on a graveyard shift, and we were subcontracting together our own house in a different town.
Yeah.
Which
that was fun.
I was like blacking out from exhaustion sometimes, which was scary. And her parents are both nurses, so I'd go, okay, this is what's happening. They'd be like, oh yeah, you need to sleep.
You need to relax.
Because I would go, so what I would do is I'd work my graveyard shift, I'd get off in the morning, and then I would go, and in the commons area at the college, they'd have bean bags, and I would set the alarm on my phone and lay down and sleep on the bean bags until they opened. At this time I was actually pre-med. I was taking anatomy, physiology, chemistry, a whole bunch of classes, and way too many hard classes. But in those classes you have to spend a lot of time with dead bodies, and it's out of class time. So even with that whole workload, I was sleeping at the school part of the time, and some of the time sleeping in an unfinished house we were building in the walk-in closet, but it was just framed. It wasn't fully built. So I was catching a little bit of sleep. I pretty much saw her on Sunday afternoons. It was all I ever saw her. And at this point we actually did have Miley.
We had Miley
and Hallie.
We had
anyway,
2 kids at this point.
So since we got married, we've been in a big rushing hurry to succeed or fail as fast as we can so we can succeed. I transitioned out of the job I was in into another financial consulting job where I owned my own business for a few years. I actually had 2 separate offices. I had 11 people on my consulting team, an in-house lawyer that was doing a bunch of stuff for us. And at that job, I actually had an awesome mentor that I ran into that taught me a whole bunch of stuff, really important, valuable stuff that we're gonna get into kind of what I'd like to do in some future videos. But it was really, really good experience. We had really, really good success. We made a lot of money for a few years, and then in that business, and then the market fell. you know, I was in that time I was getting involved in multi-million-dollar deals and doing things, and then in 2007 hit and the whole market just dropped out.
It's crashed.
And we had luckily sold that house we'd built, which was a pretty big house and was pretty expensive. Luckily we got out of that just before anyway. So that was very painful and not very fun. I was unemployed for about 8 months. Yeah.
That felt like so much longer than 8 months.
But some of those times were actually some of our best times. Some of our best
100%.
memories, times when we were closer than ever. So we'll talk about that too. I think you're going to see a series of videos, I think, in the future where we talk a little bit more about our stories and things we found that worked really good for us, stuff we found that didn't work for us, as far as effective and organization and things that we've done. Since then, we've just had more kids and moved a couple of times, but been in this house a lot, and we're really happy. The only other part of that I think I could add, besides all of these failures and successes that I went through, that usually takes people, you know, a lot of years to go through. I did it.
We did it really fast.
Super fast speed, and was just like wanted to just experience life, and it was good experiences. A lot of success, big and little, a lot of failures, big and little. But I did learn a lot, and I actually had the opportunity to interact and cross paths with some industry giants that spent a lot of time with me, teaching me, helping me, guiding me, which was awesome. Also some spiritual giants which helped and guided me, and that was just incredible and helped me. And then Annalie has been a super good influence on me as far as life and things like that. So anyway, I think we're gonna start doing some little things of, this is how we do it, you know, this is how the good bits do it. And part of it I think will be organizational, which is like, here's how we find more time for the good bits. And I'm not saying the channel, I'm saying the good bits as in the stuff in life that's actually important. Time with your kids and time with your family. And this is how we get all the stuff that we have to do done quicker or better, that we found success doing to help us have more time with our kids. Because we do have a lot of time with our family, and we do spend a lot of time with our kids. And so maybe some of those tips and tricks that we've found useful. What else? Oh, the only other thing I think is important that helps this is what I actually do for a living. I don't think you guys know what I do for a job. So this is also useful too. So I after I got out of pre-med and stuff, I studied and went to school, and then I have been trained ever since then in what's called lean manufacturing and continuous improvement and personal improvement. And so I had the last while of my career until very recently, I was actually just building people, helping people succeed, teaching people, and actually just helping them understand how they could be better, improve faster. That's kind of where fail faster and succeed. So there's a lot of things I think are valuable, and I had the opportunity to actually work with a innovation company and build it to, it was multi-million-dollar companies that we would go in and help them to basically allow the people internally to succeed and therefore raise the bottom lines of the company. And that company got to a point through the people and through us giving them the tools to succeed to transition, and actually sold to a multi-billion-dollar company that now I work for. But it's basically teaching people how they can succeed. And so I know you guys don't know what I did, but I think I'm gonna start throwing little pieces of that in our vlog, because I think they're super valuable. And if not only for you guys, I want it to be there for my kids, because I actually don't talk to my kids about a lot of it. So and help them understand as far as some like secrets of success in life and things like that. So I think that's it. Is that it, Mom? Yeah, that's kind of it. So look for some videos coming up. They'll be all different varieties, from us and successes and failures that we've had, funny stories, organizational tips and tricks, things like that. Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while because we want to try and give more added value to you guys, and also kind of document for our kids stuff as far as teaching them things that we've learned that they can reference in the future. So I think it'd be really good.
It'll be good.
So Well,
I'm excited.
that's it. Now we gotta finish cooking dinner. That's the story time with the good bits. Let us know what you thought. If you liked it. Pretty funny, huh?
It was funny.
That's
We'll
us.
get more in depth on our story though as we go along.
Yeah. So.
It's
All
fun.
right.
It's
That's
a
that's it. Comment down below what you thought. Any questions or other stuff you want to know? Like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for stopping
Thanks,
by.
guys.
Be the good.
Bye.
See you guys.
I gotta put my hood on, so it looks like I'm in space.
River, where are you?